I had the opportunity and was blessed with the opportunity when I came from Vietnam to be recruited by the NAACP.
Wow.
They needed somebody, the fire department was all white, and they needed somebody to take the test. They needed somebody who could pass the exam and who could also tolerate what was expected to be harassment from white firefighters, okay? Because traditionally, that's what happens when a Black integrates a fire department. You know, they're harassed and they're with the food and with the cooking and all of this. None of that happened to me. Criminal justice can be defined as that comes as a result in the law from equal opportunity and equal enforcement.
Got it.
And it's provided by National University by way of our course called community policing. This is where we come up with solutions and solutions in advance to problems that we can anticipate. I teach the course of community policing in connection with the California State Post Offices Research and Training Association, the state organization that certifies police officers. They offer a course in community policing, which is very, very good. They offer this course, and I am one of a few instructors or teachers who teach that course, and I teach it to police officers all over the state of California, police officers, police administrators, probation officers, correction officers, and so forth. And it is a movement away from the enforcement, quote unquote, the Gestapo enforcement type of policing to community problem solving. Yes, I had the opportunity to meet Dr. Martin Luther King, and he was just a charismatic preacher at the time, okay? And a guy by the name of John Lewis, who was very undistinguished at the time that I met him, this little short guy with wrinkled khaki clothing on, came to my dormitory room at Selma University and recruited me to get involved in the civil rights movement. He said, Dr. King is going to be here. You people who are going to benefit from civil rights need to get up off of your you-know-what and do something about it. At the time, only the people who were the outcasts or the people who did not expect to be primary beneficiaries of civil rights, those were the people who were involved in the movement. But John Lewis's approach was, we need to get college students from Selma University involved in this movement because they're going to benefit from it. I agreed to lead my delegation from Selma University as student body president. I agreed to lead whatever people that were willing to go, and we marched, and the rest is history. As a young 18-year-old or 17-year-old, my dad had already told me, you going up there to Selma? He says, and boy, if you go up there and start following that Martin Luther King and following those other civil rights workers up there, and you get thrown in jail, I'm going to let your ass rot in the jail. I am not coming anywhere near the jail to get you. So you better stay away from them, because all they're going to do, the Martin Luther King people, all they're going to do is get arrested along with you, and then they're going to leave town and they're going to leave you in jail. Yeah. So, and I'll let you rot there. Don't think that I'm going to come and get you. And you know what? He didn't. West side of Compton was predominantly Black, but not the east side of Compton. And you were not even allowed to be caught over there on the east side of Compton at certain times, because that was not our territory. Is like Ahmaud Arbery running into somebody else's neighborhood. They felt that that neighborhood in the East Compton was their neighborhood. But as it turns out, Compton was changing very quickly. And a few years later, it really did change. But the Compton Fire Department was subsequently integrated with my efforts. Because I knew I wanted to go back to school, I decided that I was going to recruit other African Americans and a couple of Latinos as well, to work at the fire department, to become firefighters. And one guy that I recruited, Leslie Malone, who there's a fire, one of the fire stations are named after him now, the late Leslie Malone. But I recruited him to come in, take the firefighters exam. I went over, I helped them prepare for the exam, just as my wife had helped me to prepare for the firefighters exam by studying these the books that you would get at, you can buy at a bookstore to help you get ready for those exams. Well, I helped the guys get ready for the exam, and we got 2 officers with the fire department, to Captain Leslie Malone and Captain Lawrence Shadow. Both of them are no longer with us, but they were part of my team. I recruited them to the fire department. I did not experience racism in terms of being a firefighter. Now, I know it would probably be very much more colorful to say that I did, but the truth is I didn't. I left the fire department once I recruited other minorities, the other blacks to the fire department. I left there and went to the police department, which was also experiencing a deal of white backlash at the time. Okay, and in going to the police department, it allowed me to go back to school. See, the firefighters, based on the shifts that they had to work, I couldn't go back and finish my education or work on my education. And I had to go to the police department in order to do that. Furthermore, I had the inspiration from Dr. Martin Luther King to do something about law enforcement in general. This whole idea of mine becoming a police officer, I never knew that eventually I would become a professor at National University based on my experience as a police officer and my education and so forth. This was it was like a career made in heaven.